Hello again. I am going to be talking about a book called The 100-Page Machine Learning Book. It's by Anderly Burkov. So I read through it. It took about 4 days. It was pretty short, but super dense. And this guy right here, he has a doctorate in artificial intelligence, and I can tell from his writing that he means well. He really does. He even has a website and gives this book out for free on his website, which I don't know where it's at right now. But he believes you should read it first and then buy it. And his book is very rereadable. Like, you could read it again and still learn a lot. And it's a good overview of the machine learning niche, if that makes sense. It's actually kind of an old book, I believe. If we look at the copyright, it's 2019 now, but when I read it, it was older, and it wasn't updated like this. I read it when it was maybe a year and a half ago, I think, or maybe a year ago, whenever it just came out. It was a little different, and he's updating it constantly. Um, and when you go through it, it's extremely complicated. It's dense. It has a lot of math, and the only way to sort of get over the complication is to read through it, learn the terminology, and just try to figure it out as you go. But the thing is, machine learning as a trade is already complicated enough. You need a lot of statistics, you need a lot of math, calculus, um, and different types of equations that aren't naturally easy for most people. So this 100 pages goes over all of machine learning, and it tries to explain it in a simple way yet in an accurate way, and it's really good for that. And where it's really good if you're taking a machine learning class at a university and the book that they give you in the university just isn't as simple. It's much more difficult, and you're wondering, how do I learn machine learning fast enough and to see an overview of what I'm going to be learning in this course? Which was originally why I bought it. I was taking a machine learning class at my school, and the advanced topics I did not know. So we were doing Python, and Python wasn't that bad. I used Udemy and this website called DataQuest.io. But when I got to machine learning, the books that I was reading did not do it well. It was very math intensive, very complex in how it was written. And this book takes a very complex subject and makes it almost digestible. I'm not going to tell you that it is digestible, because honestly, for me, it wasn't. The only reason why I was able to get a lot of information from this book was because I was taking a machine learning course at the same time. And I've gotten up to Calculus 4 in my university, so it's not that bad for me. The equations in this book and the algorithms and understanding how these graphs work, and the trigonometry required in calculating a lot of the values in this book. So if you are entirely new, I think it would be good to read through this book and then practice machine learning, read another book, take a course or an online webinar or something on machine learning, and then return to the book later. And these type of books aren't common, where you could read through it, you don't get that much, and then you realize what's important in machine learning because of the book. You go out somewhere else and you learn other things in machine learning, and then you go back to this book, and it's kind of like, aha, that's what it means, that's what this means. And it helps you to realize what's important. The only problem is, I feel over time a lot of this stuff is going to become outdated, but currently it is not. At least according to my university and my current understanding, I think that this machine learning book is still relevant. It's very relevant right now for the trade. why not read it? But the only issue is it's expensive. I actually did spend like $40 on mine. See, here's mine, and yeah, it's not that thick. It's pretty good. And yeah, so is it a good book? Yes, but it's super complicated. But it's taking an even more complicated subject and making it almost digestible, like I said. And it requires you to go outside of this book and learn things and then come back to it over and over and over again in order for you to really benefit. So yeah, give it a shot. The author is very altruistic about how he does things, so why not, right? Why not?